Did you ever wonder how Vegeta knew about Frieza's transformations by the time he confronted the Tyrant during the Namek saga? Vegeta prompted Frieza to go ahead and transform wasn't something he knew about for years following under Frieza. It was actually because of Zarbon, post-Zarbon transformation, that the beautiful Space Warrior revealed that even Frieza has the ability to transform to showcase his true power. This reveal took Vegeta by a huge surprise during the Zarbon battle. Although Frieza's transformations were in reverse, he was actually suppressed in his true power. Vegeta initially misjudged the situation, believing Frieza was powering up, similar to how a Saiyan would. Yes, that's right, Frieza's final form is actually what Frieza is supposed to be by default. Now, why is Zarbon quote-unquote smart for leaking this information to Vegeta? Well, even though Zarbon thought he had the situation under control at the time, he didn't expect this to go on and expect Vegeta to actually bounce back later on and square up to Frieza after a gigantic Zenkai boost. So Zarbon is smart unintentionally because without that information given to Vegeta, there's a chance Vegeta, Gohan and Krillin could have kept the pressure on Frieza and made it more difficult for him to transform. Of course, we wouldn't get any of the drama, but the fact Vegeta knew about the transformations from Zarbon made Vegeta think that Frieza would transform with a similar power jump to Zarbon's power-up, which is why initially Vegeta felt like the three of them could take a power-up of that level. However, Frieza's power jump in second form far exceeded Zarbon's power jump multiplier, meaning Vegeta made a bad call, at least for the moment. We know how Dragon Ball Z plays out, but Zarbon is quote-unquote smart, or let's be honest, Toriyama was the smart one for writing Zarbon to tell Vegeta because it allowed Frieza to transform without being rushed and to keep the fight going in his favor, along with a better Dragon Ball story altogether. Now imagine Vegeta, Krillin and Gohan rushed Frieza before he could turn into second form, and they managed to slice and dice him with Krillin's Destructo Disc. Well, Dragon Ball Z wouldn't be Dragon Ball Z anymore, so this information is very important for Vegeta to learn, even if Vegeta did make a mistake. Now the question is, if Vegeta was somehow right, and Frieza had only one transformation, and Frieza wouldn't power up that much, could the three of them really beat Frieza, who takes a Zarbon monster form power multiplier? Well, there's still a chance, because Zarbon's power up isn't that big of a deal, especially seeing as Vegeta was confident with the increase. It's just his first battle with Zarbon, he was just shy of the required power to take him on one-on-one, but later on Vegeta's Zenkai eclipsed it. Either way, Zarbon's power level is slightly higher than Dodoria, because he fared better than Dodoria in one-on-one. Both are above Kui, who was 18,000, so 22,000 for Dodoria roughly, 23,000 for Zarbon, and 24,000 for Vegeta. We're talking about a 5% increase for Vegeta to beat the hell out of Zarbon, so if we go by manga alone, no other guides, if we went the other way around, Zarbon transformed, beat on Vegeta the same as Vegeta beat on Zarbon earlier, I'm going to say he's about 5% more than Vegeta, so around 25,000. And that means, by manga alone, no external guides, no interviews, Vegeta anticipated Frieza's power-up to be no more than a 10% increase, not the 100% increase like Frieza's second form actually had, a bit more of a problem. But Vegeta definitely had the ability to match first form Frieza, and was at most 5% less than Frieza at that point. Considering he stood and held him back, Vegeta was probably close to 500,000 himself after his power nap Zenkai. So Zarbon and Toriyama were definitely smart in giving Vegeta the knowledge to allow Frieza to transform, potentially keeping Frieza in the game, because without those battles, we probably wouldn't have had Super Saiyan, unless Toriyama's ink ran out some other time.